Ugh, this little guy is complex as f***.
My Sinister Hand here, and this is Robbie the Robot, my latest acquisition from eBay. Originally released in the mid to late 80s by Radio Shack, Robbie was a little battery-powered piggy bank, essentially. What's supposed to happen is you put a coin in his hand, that triggers a mechanism. He raises his hand up, opens his mouth, throws the coin in, chomps it up, swallows the coin, and then a little tongue comes out and he licks his lips. But of course, this guy's not working. So I want to take him apart, see if we can figure out what's going wrong, and see if we can get him working again. So it's time to fuck around and find out. All right, Robbie the Robot. I apologize in advance for the white noise on audio if that's picked up, but that's the AC unit and it's just too hot in my apartment to keep that off for too long. So we're gonna try to roll with it. So let's first see, how do we take this guy apart? I think there's something about pop up his dome like that, maybe? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Let's see. Did I break anything? No, I don't think so. I think it's just the tabs right there and then that tab there. That's what it is. So I guess I should have just pressed that in. So I think you put a screwdriver through that socket in there, that slot in the back of his head, push that tab in, and then this will come up like that. That's the trick on that. Okay. His lid is off. Now we have 1, 2, 3 screws here. Looks like 2 screws down there, but let's start with these 3. That's 1. 2. 3. Okay, so still not completely disconnected, huh? Oh, okay. I just didn't pull hard enough. All right, so his skull cap comes off next. Oh, I think I did break something. Yeah, I think that went to there. Shoot, I did break something. All right, hopefully that's not a huge deal. Oh, I love those eyes. Oops. All right, so those go in there like that. Okay, so this works the eyes. Okay. So it looks like this post here is holding this on. And there's a some kind of hinge back here. That post in there. Okay. Let's take this guy off. Maybe just taking the hinge out here. That lifts out. Okay, so just gotta remember that hinge goes in there. All right. That's pretty funny. All right. And 2 more screws here. And looks like this just lifts straight off. Oh, tongue mechanism in there. It looks like that's this little gear here, or spindle, or whatever you want to call that, goes up through the tongue, and that's what moves the tongue. Moves the tongue about. Okay. So I've got a battery in here, and there's nothing happening. Okay. So let's actually take this battery out. You know, it is kind of corroded, so that may be part of the problem. Feet. Foot, feet. Left foot, right foot. Looks like he comes apart. Oh, don't break it, Chip. So there's some tape holding this guy together. But I can't get it apart. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Jesus. That was nerve-wracking. Almost broke that little post there. Oh shit, where does this go? Shit. Where did this go? Here? Alright, let's go get the multimeter. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Do I have anything from here to... No. Nothing there either. So, the black wire, the ground wire, runs up inside this thing. Maybe we've got a bad connection in there? Because it's not continuing anywhere else. So, starting to think. Maybe it's something in here. So let's take that apart. I feel like, oh, I'm a dumbass. Okay. All right, so this wire here, this solder point broke off of this copper contact. That's what it was. This goes in here. Yep, okay. Let's put this back together before I don't know how to put it back together. I think that's the problem. I didn't even realize that. This little loose wire here. All right, let's do this. Let's get this back together here. Well, maybe not. What the fuck? Well, I thought that was the problem. Oh. Oh, what did I do? So what did I do? Okay, that, I do think that's supposed to be soldered on there. For some reason. I mean, that had to be soldered there, right? I mean, it had to be. That was a pretty shitty solder job, I think. But, I don't know, let's see. Well, I don't think that did anything. Do not think that helped. All right, let's see if we got continuity. All right, we got continuity now from the negative battery terminal to here and here and the switch. I think I'm gonna desolder that battery terminal and take it out. Let's see what's going on there. I mean, it's a little corroded, but it's not horrible. Could probably use this a little sanding. All right, let's sand that down. And the other thing I'm thinking is that because when I press down on the black wire, occasionally something would work. I'm wondering if maybe it was just a cold solder joint there, bad solder joint, where the wire connects to the battery terminal. I don't know. Maybe that was all it was. Well, we'll see. Tin that wire. Tin that contact. Probably another shitty solder job, but let's see. So what the fuck? Like if the battery's fully seated in there, like that, he will not work. But if I pull it out just a tad, like that, why is that? Why is that? So this is just a very bad battery connection, it appears. Huh. It's like I need something very forceful in there behind that battery terminal, give it a lot more pressure than it currently has. I wonder if I could pry up the positive terminal too. All right, so I don't know. Let's see. Let's put the foot back together. Needs to be cleaned. We can do that later. The fuck is going on, man? So for some reason, oh god damn, this is a fucking bitch. So for some reason, oh, see, now it works. So when you push that down, this guy is supposed to push the arm back up, but it's not doing it once I have the arm on for some reason. Why is he not doing it when I have the arm on? Oh man. All right. It's the next morning. I gave up last night about around midnight because I could not get the arm working. I fixed the power problem, but which turned out to be as simple as just bending the battery contacts so that they made better contact with the battery. So it was stupid simple, and I took the whole damn thing apart and messed up the arm. So that's how it goes. All right, let's see if starting again today we can actually get this thing figured out. See, so it does raise up the arm. Because this little mechanism here raises the arm. And when you push the arm down, that goes down, and the little black bar goes up. And that's what pushes this thing, I think, up. Well, I wonder if soldering those wires on there, I wonder if I wasn't supposed to do that. So the next step is to desolder those cables and see if that changes anything. So these cables right here, they were not connected to this plate when I hang on, plug the soldering iron in. Okay. Maybe these were not supposed to be there. That's so weird though. Oh man. Alright, let's take the battery out. We're gonna desolder those two and see what the fuck happens. It needs more time. Some more light in here. Let the sunshine in. All right, let's see. Soldering iron should be up to temp now. Coffee's up to temp. Let's desolder this motherfucker. All right. So, desolder the white wire and the orange wire. And now I'm thinking it's just not going to work at all, but let's see. Okay, yeah, it's not working at all. So, what happens if we... What the fuck? What happens if we touch these guys together? Still momentary. It's still momentary. So that did nothing. So I don't know what the hell that switch there is. Like, what does that contact go to? What does that contact even go to? So the yellow wire and the white wire definitely need to be connected. Whether or not they need to be on that contact, I don't know. Doesn't appear like they need to be. So I'm thinking we take this whole fucking thing apart and see how the insides work. Oh, that's gonna be a bitch. probably not going to be able to get this thing back together. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay. Now this, this is always a scary part because so many little moving parts that need to interconnect in here. And they all need to seat just right. So how the hell? I've got all the screws out, right? Oh boy. Oh my God, that's... So this wheel turns, and it's got different notches here that I guess trigger these three different guys that move his mouth or his eyeballs maybe? Or maybe both? I don't know. That's crazy. We know that's the tongue mechanism. So the arm mechanism... Is it supposed to get triggered by something? Oh shit, careful. What does this spring do? I don't understand. Oh, okay, so the spring, I don't know if you guys can see this. The spring, so that's the arm lever. The spring pushes the arm down from this outer bracket, and I think maybe this is supposed to be up the whole time, and maybe it's come unseated from something. I don't know. I don't know where that's supposed to normally seat. But that would make sense because you push the arm down and it springs back up. So I think that's what's happened. This outer carriage, the outer carriage here, has gotten loose, and it's supposed to be maybe stationary, or somewhat, like it probably moved by one of these mechanisms a little bit to bring it up. But that's supposed to, okay, so something's going on there. So where is it supposed to? All right. So if we pull this guy off, number one, and number two, number three's in there. Okay. So it's got a little bracket there, a little nub, but where does that nub? Oh, and maybe that's the stop. Okay, so if this contact moves around, then this guy comes out and touches this contact? Is that what happens? Or springs away from it? Okay. So I think what happens here is as this turns, this notch will come around, this little copper plate will spring back away from this contact, the one that the yellow and orange, or I'm sorry, the orange and white wires were, or I soldered them to. I think that's where they're supposed to be soldered. So I think it makes contact or loses contact at that point, and maybe that tells it to stop. A pretty complex little toy, man. This is going to be difficult, but I think what I need to do is solder, or maybe connect these two guys back together. And then I want to get a battery connected to this and just see how it runs. See how this runs. So let me go get something to set that up. Let's just twist the yellow and white together. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's just clamp the motherfuckers together then. I thought I had some wire nuts too, which I don't. I thought I had rigged up a little AA battery compartment with leads running off it, loose wires that I could easily test things like this, but I can't seem to find it. So I'm gonna have to do this kind of janky with alligator clips somehow. So this is really I don't even know if this is gonna work. Don't try this at home, kids. So what the hell? do think... Okay, well, let's look at that again. Shit. God damn it. Ah! Now this is making contact all the time, which we don't want. What happened there? Damn, what the fuck? Oh, this is incredibly difficult. Okay, when does this come around to trigger? We want to find out when this gap comes around to unengage that, right? Tongue starts going. God damn it, this is so fucking awkward. And then that's where that trips that. So that's probably where it should stop. The arm still seems like it's not in a good place, which I don't get. So that's supposed to, yeah, so that's, so if this is engaged the whole time, I should be able to, oh crap, come on, man. Just fucking tape it to it. Can I do that? Highly unprofessional. Highly unprofessional, but I just don't have the right tools at the moment. So, fuck it. All right, now. Can I trick this contact into stopping? Ooh, wait a minute, it stopped. Did I do it? Did I trick it? Because I think this is the stop signal, right? Like when this guy goes away, because that gap would disengage this contact from this contact. So what does that do? I don't understand. So it's supposed to be touching the whole time. So what if we just bypass that? What are you getting hung up on there?
Ugh, this little guy is complex as fuck. So, okay, clearly, green wire goes to this contact that is kept closed until that gap. I still think something's wrong with his arm because of the spring thing. Like, it's supposed to be... What?
All right, so I'll put it back together. I think the arm is in the place it needs to be, but I don't fucking know. So let's do a quick test. Okay. So green goes to this contact here. And the orange and white go to that this contact, which is, I believe, the auto stop. We'll call it the auto stop. Okay, now red, positive lead. Where's my negative lead? Here we go. Okay. Now, oh, so the auto stop worked, I think. So if I press the spring down, okay, the arm does seem to spring down, and then the contacts and auto stop works. Okay, I don't know. Maybe maybe that was it. I don't know. I guess it. We won't know till we get the arm on, because that was the problem. Was the arm was just all kinds of fucked up. All right. What a mess. Let's get everything soldered back together where it's supposed to be, and stretch those contacts out because apparently that back casing spreads those contacts out. So that when the back casing was off, those contacts were almost constantly touching. So that's why I had to bend them out. But now that the back casing's on, I think that bending I did may be too much. I don't know. That's a decent gap there, I guess. That'll make contact. We'll see. All right. Oh, now the arm's down again. What the fuck? What the See? God damn it. What happened? See, the arm now should be in the up position, right? Or somewhere in between, so that you can yeah, it should not be there. God damn it. Fuck. Why is it not up? All right, right now it should be in the up position, so I think I need to take it apart, push it up so that it's above whatever notch in that wheel, right? Because it needs to be up here. Because if it's up here, and we spring it down, well, no, because that's the fully up position, right? Like, the arm goes all the way to the mouth. So that's that. And it's got like a middle resting position, I think. So it should be somewhere around there, but it shouldn't be all the way down. Right? All right, let's take it apart again. Okay, if that's the stop position, if that's the stop position there because of the leaf spring, right? The notch for the arms is down here. So it has nothing to rest on, so it does fall all the way down, which doesn't make any damn sense. Because if it's down there, then when you go to press the arm down, it's got no spring. Because it's all the way down already. I don't... So, but that's definitely the top, stop position, right? It's got to be. Because that's how that turns off. I'm missing something. I don't know what hell I'm missing here, but... Alright. Both cameras rolling. While I had the cameras off, did a little test. I kind of put this back together. Haven't screwed it in yet, but put it in the base, and I think the base actually pushes this guy up just enough to where it should be, to where you get that springing action that I think it should have. So maybe that was the whole missing component. I don't know. This one's been such a, I don't know. Nothing seems to be quite making sense with this guy. But let's put it back together. I have a little better understanding of how it works now, so hopefully I can put it back together and it'll actually work this time. Let's see. All right. So, screws. I was just checking to make sure that that contact, the little tab of this guy that's inside here that falls in that notch to do the auto stop, I was making sure that was seated correctly. It appears that it is. All right, let's solder the wires back. Or maybe should I put it back in here first? See, so when it's seated in, let's see, get you a little sharper. When it's seated in the feet, in the pedestal or whatever you want to call this, the base. When it's seated in the base with the feet, that back end of that arm mechanism is pushed up, so you get a little bit of, it's not resting on the bottom there. It's actually up a little higher, so there is a little springy action. Not as much as I think there should be, because it's almost just touching that battery compartment. But maybe that's just enough for this thing to work. So let's just go ahead and screw that guy back in. Let's see. Now we need to solder these cables back into place. Before we do another test. Okay. So orange and white go here. Green, green will be easy first. Let's do that first. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put this motherfucker in. Okay, so that's how that works. This little guy, you push the arm down, there's enough spring that it pushes this little pointy plastic piece down. The contact, these two copper contacts make contact. All right, let's see if we can get this fucker back together properly. So I think the red piece goes in like that. Yeah. No? Yeah, maybe. So there's a notch for that arm piece thing to work. And then this slides on here. Not pinching any wires, are we? Oh shit, I just fucking broke the arm. The two sides of this guy do not snap together too well. That may be why they fucking taped it before. Well, I didn't put the hinge in, but looks like he might be working. Okay, so let's get this hinge back in here. I think his tongue's in the wrong place. Oh, maybe now. No, it's not. I don't think his mouth's opening up enough, though. I think that's supposed to be there, right? Is it? Because this isn't on here? Maybe it's because this isn't on here. I think that's supposed to be in there. Maybe? Where is it? Does it go in there like that? That's what it's supposed to be? Let's try a coin. Let me get a coin. All right, so unfortunately there's no coin door on this guy, but oh, there he goes. All right, we have success. Oop. Here, you hungry? One more. I do feel like his arm's a little low. It should be a little higher, right? It should be, like its resting position should be a little higher. I guess should be there. But anyways, I guess we can call that a success. I need to get him cleaned up. He's really dirty. So I'm gonna, now that he's working, I'm gonna take him apart, give him just a quick cleaning with some Windex or alcohol or something. Just get all this gunk and dust and dirt and crap off of him. Get him looking nice and shiny. Put him all back together. Put his feet on. I mean, you can see how dirty his feet are, man. Just gunk. So I'm gonna clean him up and put him back together, and we'll do one last test to make sure I didn't screw anything up again. So there he is, all cleaned up, reassembled, and I think for the most part I got him fixed. Let's give him another test. Yeah, so he works. I would call that a successful fix. The only thing is, I think he's supposed to rock back and forth. Like there's these little nubs here that go up and down and are supposed to like rock him back and forth, so he's kind of like dancing when he is eating the coin or when he's done eating the coin. I'm not sure when, but they are moving, but I think the missing battery cover is the reason he won't dance back and forth like he's supposed to. I think because it actually pushes him up this towards the back. It like props him up from the front a little bit, and I think these little dancing nubs, for lack of a better word, these dancing nubs can actually make contact on the surface, but without the battery compartment, he doesn't do that. So he's not doing that. I may try to see if I can find somebody that's got a replacement battery cover, or I think there's somebody out there who's like 3D printed some replacement battery covers for these guys. So I might try to get a hold of one of those, and then maybe the dancing will work. We'll see. But anyways, I think this is a successful fix, and I'll leave you with this.